I've got lots of disturbing messages from you, my viewers, as regards proof of funds, and many of these questions is around those who are planning to apply for the UK student visa or the skilled worker visa from outside the UK and are building their proof of funds in foreign currencies like Naira, Ghana cedis, and many other foreign currencies. Now, because of the fluctuation of the exchange rate at the moment, many people are panicking, concerned at the fact that the amount they kept in their proof of funds at the start of counting the 28 days, the rate has increased drastically towards the middle of their proof of funds, and they're a bit scared and skeptical on whether the increase in the rate is going to affect the amount required for them to keep in their proof of funds, and many other issues raised around proof of funds. So if you are currently applying for UK student visa and you're building a proof of funds, or you know someone who would do, then you need to ensure that they watch this video so they get adequate information so they don't get their visa denied because of insufficient funds in their proof of funds. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Insufficient amount of proof of funds is one of the major reasons why people get their visa denied, and it's very important to ensure that you get this right. Depending on the visa category you're applying for, at some point you will require to provide proof of funds to show that you've got the financial capacity to fund your daily, monthly expenses in the United Kingdom. Now, the fluctuation or the fluctuating exchange rate at the moment is one of the things that is giving lots of people deep concern. Now, on the 15th of June 2023, the exchange rate from pounds to naira was 586 naira per pounds, and as I speak to you right now, in June 21st, 2023, pounds rate has increased to 885.45 naira per pounds. That's to tell you that if you started building your proof of funds from 10th of June, you probably would have built the proof of funds based on the exchange rate of 586. But the moment as we speak, the rate has jumped to over 800 naira per pounds. Now, many people have raised concern. They're a bit skeptical, a bit bothered about this increase in the exchange rate on Oando FX, which is the official website used by the UK Home Office to determine the amount required for proof of funds. I haven't gone through gov.uk. I'm a bit skeptical about this sentence, which you'll be seeing on the screen right now, which says that if your money is held in foreign currency, this will be converted into pound sterling using the spot exchange rate on Oando for the date of the application. Now, this is where this is a bit, should I say, technical and not so straightforward. So if you're currently building your proof of funds based on the rate at the start of your 28th day, let's say for instance, the exchange rate at that time was about, let's say, 500 naira per pounds. I'm saying this because I'm from Nigeria, and by the, let's say, the 10th day on your proof of funds, which you're counting for 28 days, the rates moved to about 800 pounds. And towards the end of your 28 days, the rate got to 900 naira per pound. Now, the question now is, at the point of submission or at the point of your biometrics or time you're submitting your documents, what rate will the UK VI Home Office use in calculating your proof of funds? Are they going to calculate it based on the rate at the start date on your proof of funds, or the rate at the end date or the end date of your proof of funds, or the rate as at the time of your application? So from what we have on the UK Gov, is saying that it will be converted into pound sterling using the spot exchange rate on Oando for the rate of the application, for the date of the application. So this is a bit tacky and a bit confusing for me. And in my own opinion, I have always believed that the exchange rate is going to be calculated based on the prevailing rates at the start of building the proof of funds. I've got a lot of contrary opinion from people saying no, they calculate based on the current rate on the day of application. It's a bit confusing for me also, and I won't be able to get first-hand information as regards this. I'm thinking of sending an email to the UK VI to see if I'm going to get a response to this regard. However, if you have any information as regards this, please state in the comment section. This might actually help a lot of people. I've always believed that the rate is going to, the rate used at that particular point will be the date you started bidding your proof of funds. But I've got a lot of contrary opinion when I put, through this question out to quite a number of people. So please share your thoughts in the comment section. And it's also very important for you to really do understand what the financial requirements is if you're planning to apply for the UK student visa or the skilled worker visa. As I said earlier, bidding your proof of funds, it really depends on the visa category the individual is applying for and also the situation of the individual in question. Now, two people can apply for the same visa category, while one person will need a proof of funds, while the other person will need a proof of funds. Another example, or a very good example of such situation is if you're applying for a skilled worker visa and you're currently in the United Kingdom, you've lived in the UK for more than 12 months, or you're applying for a student visa and you've been in the UK for more than 12 months, you are not required or obliged to provide proof of funds. However, if you're applying for a student visa outside the UK or you're applying for a skilled worker visa outside the United Kingdom, then you have to provide proof of funds. Now, another scenario is if you come into the UK for, let's say, for instance, a top-up program which is for about 9 months, and you're applying for a master's program after your top-up program, then you need to provide proof of funds because you haven't lived in the UK for up to 12 months. Now, the financial requirements is what you show you show you have enough money to support yourself while studying or living in the United Kingdom. Usually, you would need to show a set of amounts for each month of your course for up to 9 months, and also the balance of your tuition fee if you have any left. So now for your students, for students, basically I already said your proof of funds is a sum of your the balance of your tuition fee and also your living expenses. And living expenses depends if you'll be living or you'll be schooling in London or you'll be schooling outside London. Now, for those who are trying to get a proof of funds, there are certain documents that are accepted while some documents are not accepted. I've seen quite a number of people who provide some of these documents and they got their visa denied, their visa application denied. And I'm really shocked because I felt there are loads of information, lots of resources online that you can, you can always check out if you're trying to book proof of funds. But I'm surprised some people still get their visa denied because of some of these reasons. Now, some of the evidence that are not accepted as proof of funds include overdrafts. So if you have an overdraft in your account and provide an account statement that shows overdraft, you'll definitely get your visa application denied. You must not provide Bitcoin savings, stocks and shares, pension, bank accounts that are not regulated by the financial regulatory body in the country in which the bank operates, and you must not provide bank accounts that don't use electronic record keeping. Now, these are some of the documents you should never provide if you're trying to provide a proof of funds. And one thing is that you must ensure you have control of the funds in your account, which is why those documents I mentioned earlier are not accepted. Now, you or the account holder, if you're using your parents, your dad or your mom as your sponsor, you must be able to have control of the funds. And this one regular question or most common question asked by people in relation to proof of funds is that, can I use my parents' account statement as proof of funds? The answer is yes. However, in addition to your parents' bank statement, you must also provide a letter from your parents stating that they are acting in capacity as your sponsor. Now, that question most people have asked me is, oh, can I use my uncle or my my relative's account statements? The answer is no. You can't use your relative, your uncle, your aunt, your cousin's account statements. The only person or the only people that can act in capacity as a sponsor are your parents, your dad or your mom. Any other person outside that cannot act as your sponsor. You can also provide a student loan letter that shows that you're getting a student loan from a recognized organization. And this letter must be dated no more than 6 months before the date of application. I must also confirm that the loan will be available to you before or when you start your program. And you must confirm that the loan is provided by the relevant government or government-sponsored student loan company. So if you're planning to provide your own money or your own bank account statement or your parents' bank account statement, this account statement must be a current account, deposit account, savings account, investment account, and many more. And if you also provide your bank statement, you must ensure that the statement contains the following information: the date it was issued, your name or the name of the account holder, which can be your parent or your partner, the name of the bank or building society, and also the balance on the bank statement. Ensure every single transactions in and out of that account for the period of the account statement or proof of funds is clearly and visibly written. So make sure you don't get yourself in a situation whereby you need to start going through appealing your visa application rejection. So if you find this video resourceful, please click on the like button. If you have any question, please state in the comment section. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please click on the red subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.